bands that ever toured. And we were just dying to tour. We didn't know better. It was all we could think about. We'd wake up in the morning and we'd think about touring. We'd go to bed at night wishing we were on somebody's floor next to their litter box, smelling cat shit and drunk and glorious and young, and we were already not young, and it didn't matter. We were still thinking about it. And it was a very different landscape in those days. The internet hadn't been invented yet. And there were bands running around the land with names like Starroom Boys, Lily Bandits, and Big Back 40. The last two of whom were based out of Columbus, Ohio. Were probably Lydia was in school, maybe, I don't know. But nonetheless, members of those two bands are backstage, and I just had to do this song for them. So we want to send this song out to the Lily Bandits and Big Back 40 and the 90s music scene from Columbus, Ohio. They tried their best to find us an audience. We're still crying in Columbus, Ohio. And we were dying to tour, but we didn't have a vehicle to tour in because all we owned was a 1978 Plymouth Voyager that had been owned by about 5 bands before us. And I think the third band named it the Huffer. And I'm a crazy man, and I've done some really fucked up, stupid shit in my life, but I've never set out on a 2,000-mile journey in something called the Huffer. That other band I was talking about, they were called the Starroom Boys, and they were based in Athens, Georgia, and they were fucking amazing. They were one of those amazing bands that just didn't find their audience in time. And they were finishing up their first record, and they were dying to hit the road too, and we came up with this game plan one afternoon at the Manhattan over happy hour, over drinks. Because Dave he'd grown up in Chicago, and he had friends up there, and he was convinced he could book a tour. And he said, Patterson, we're gonna go up there, and it's gonna be great. They're gonna love us. They're gonna love you with your southern accent. And so we put together this tour, and we shared a pedal steel player back then, and their drummer couldn't tour, and so our drummer was willing to play in both bands. It was Matt Lane, who's also here tonight. The great Matt Lane of the Lanes and the Possibilities. And we came up with this idea because the Starroom Boys owned the van, and they had bought a late model Dodge Ram with First United Baptist Church painted on the door, which Dave took as a sign to me that they would never be pulled over by the police. And so we could fit all of our gear and most of our members in that one van if we could find one more vehicle to go out in. And so we're looking around at what we've got to drive, and everybody's car is old and condemned, except Cooley had just married Ansley, and she had a late model Mazda Protege, and she was willing to loan us for a couple of weeks to go out on this adventure. So me and Adam Howell, our bass